Hello Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you how to do this elegant bag. It is a bag and a card together. Sometimes when you're trying to give a gift, you just have no idea where to put the card. So this is a cool way to attach your card rather than trying to stick it in the box or in the bag or trying to put it on the handle or just not knowing where to go with it. And as you can see, it's put on with this little strip right here, and they kind of blend together, the card and the strip together. But what I really want to teach you is how to do this elegant little top. So when you're giving a bag, rather than just throwing something in, putting some tissue paper on it, closing it and going, we're going to make it one step higher by taking this and putting a little topper to it. It's so easy, so don't think you can't do it. But the biggest thing I want to teach you today is how to make your bag box or topper fit your bag. And the reason I say that is because these bags come in different sizes. Even though you might think you've got the same size, you've got to measure the bottom and the front, and you can adapt this to any bag that you have. So let's get started. We're going to start with the bag topper because that's such an easy thing to do. All right? So we're going to take a piece of cardstock. Mine happens to be 11 by 7, all right? The directions for this one are going to be on my blog, but I want you to make sure that you go over there because I'm going to teach you over there how to adjust it for your bag, all right? So for mine right here, for this, for this demonstration, it is 7 by 11. Now I'm going to bring in my scoring tool, which I absolutely love because it has the scoring and the cutting on it, but these are the little chunky ones, and what I love about that is that they are so durable, they don't wiggle when you move them, and they also have these little pointers right here. So what I need to do is to take off my cutter because I don't want to accidentally cut instead of scoring. The orange one is the scoring tool, all right? And you must know by now that Fun Stampers Journey's colors are green and orange. So the scoring one is the orange and the cutting one is the green. So for this bag, I wanted the little hangover or the lip to be 1.5 inches. You can make it 2 inches, and that's where I'm going to teach you on my blog how to do the, to kind of adjust the measurements for this, all right? So I'm going to go 1.5 inches all the way around, and like I said, this can be adjusted any way that you need to have it adjusted. All right, so just 1.5 inches all the way around. And I also like that this is a 2-inch wide side right here, so everything lays so nice and flat. You can go up to 2 inches over here, which I love. Not a lot of the boards have those, so just to kind of perk that one up a little bit too. So now what we have is this piece right here, and I'm going to take my crease tool and just crease all the way around. All right, so we have it, so it's creased all the way around. This is going to be the top part of my bag. Now I didn't put my my cutter away yet because we're going to need it in just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take, and on each side I'm just going to go up to that score line. So what I'm doing is I went over to the first score and up to the side score. All right. And just stop there and stop right here. All right, now the next thing that I like to do to make, this is just box making 101. You could do any box like this that you want. You've just got to figure out the measurements, and that's what's going to be, that's what I'm going to show you on my blog today. All right, so now what I'm going to do is cut the corners because it just folds a whole lot easier. So you're just kind of cutting from tip to tip. Okay. You just go from the crease mark to the cut mark all the way around. And that again is just simple box making 101. All right, so that's just garbage. Let's throw that away. And now we have the top to our box. But we want to do a few things before we glue it together. We need to make that slit so it fits over the handles of our bag. All right, so what you need to do, and again I will explain this on my blog, what you need to do is you need to measure over the from the side excuse me, from the side to where the handle starts, and I kind of go over just a little bit more. It looks like my handles are at 2 inches. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cutter, I'm going to bring back in my scoring thing, I'm going to bring on my cutter right here, and I am going to start going down. I need to go down 2 inches, okay? I have this little flap right here, so what I want to do is I want to go down because of my measurements. I'm just going to go down the 2 inches and I'm going to stop at the 2 inches. All right, so for this one right here, I need to cut at the 3.5 and the 7.5. All right, so let's go down to here. So right from here to here, okay, from this score line, because this is nice and even right up on top, I have to take away that 1.5 inches. I know I sound like I'm complicated, but it's really not when you stop and think about it. Let's just start at this right here and count that as 2, and if you go down 2 inches from here, that's 3.5. All right, if I need to stop at the 7.5 inch mark from this score line right here. Okay, so if this is at 9.5, I've got to go up to 7.5, which is right here. All right, so that's 6, 7.5, so that's right there. All right, so I'm going to go down from 3.5 to 7.5, and I'm going to do the same thing. So this is where my cut line is right there. All right, now I'm going to go right over to this one and go from 3.5 right here to 7.5. All right, so now we have our little cut marks, okay, and they are right on the seam right here. And now all we need to do is to add our layers, okay? Let's do that while it's nice and flat. So we're going to take and we're going to add our layers. I have these pre-cut, and again, you're going to use your measurements, and I will show you what my measurements are on my blog. So I just pre-cut these little guys right here, and I'm going to take and add my, let's see, I'm going to add my Easy Glide, okay, and just add these to my base. And this is just for decoration. So I basically have 2 sets of these, okay, 1 for each side. Now we're going to do our designer paper. And our designer paper that I'm using today is just gorgeous. It's the Romantic Journeys print. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me just show you. It's our 12 by 12 packs. You get 24 sheets in this, and it's cardstock quality. That's why it lends itself beautifully to our projects, you know, like our gift giving kind of things, our 3D projects and stuff, because this is card weight cardstock. I love it. So these are the papers that are in here. This is the one I'm actually using for today, but look at how each and every one of them are just gorgeous. This would be beautiful for a man's, you know, to do a man's box with. Just so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Here we are. Look at this. Look at the blue one. Isn't that so pretty? And I love the music notes. All right, so that's the cardstock that we're using. It's called Romantic Journey Prints. And it is found in our big catalog too. I just want you to know that. All right, so let's just add our print paper here. Okay, so now we have our 2 slits. We have all of our designer paper, and you can see how easy it is when it's flat rather than when it's all put together. Now what I need to do is to grab my my white, I gotta get some more of this, my white liner tape, and that's because we need to have it hold really, really well, and this is a little bit stronger. So what I'm doing is putting the adhesive at this line and this line, all right? Again, box making 101, and I'm just gonna do that on all 4 sides. Now I'm going to take my bloom tool and just burnish these. I'll do it on all 4 sides to start. Okay. And this just helps lift it up. Alright, now I'm just going to start taking it off. This bloom tool with this is absolutely phenomenal. It just makes life so much easier than trying to sit there and scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape. This one is my favorite. This is the dental tool. I love this. I've got one more side to do right here. Alrighty, now we're going to put our lid together. So we're going to take this, and we're just going to line it up just like this. Isn't that easy, easy peasy? Okay, alrighty, here we go. There we go. Okay, so now we have our little box that has these slits in it. It's, oh, you know what? We forgot to put the topper on. Alrighty, so let's take and put the top on here. So, and again, I'm just going down 1/4 of an inch of this whole piece right around here. And it's much easier when you do it, I'm going to just tell you, before you put the bag together, all right? Even though it'll be okay, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, lay it on here like that, turn it upside down, ta-da! Okay, so there's my bag topper. That's all there is to a bag topper. And then you simply take your bag, open it up, and then slide it onto these two pieces right here. Okay, so here's one side, here is the other side, and my bag stays open. Okay, here's my topper. Okay, super easy. Hang on, gotta get my bag to open. Hold on. Okay, so my bag is open. Now I'm going to slide on the top. There we go. Just find the handle. I know this is kind of, my bag keeps closing. Alright, there's that. And here's this one. Alright. And there's our bag topper. Look at that! Now let's start doing now let's just start doing the little card. Alright, so let's start off with the little designer piece first. Here's all my guts to the card, and this is just a standard size card, but let's make our little slide. Alright, so we're going to take and, now this is really very important. Add your designer paper first. Okay. And then the next thing you're going to do, and I want to show you what I did for here. So you're going to decide how wide your bag is, okay? I didn't go all the way over, all right? So you decide how wide you want it to be. And when you're cutting your design, or your solid paper and your designer paper, you don't have to do this, but I just butted it up equally with the side, so it looks like it's one long strip with just a pretty little highlight in between. See the black sticking out from there? Now what I want you to do is to make sure that you use your liner tape for this one, because you definitely want it to be nice and sturdy, and I'm even going to take and put 2 lines of designer tape on here. All right, and the reason I'm doing that is because, like I said, I want it to be definitely stronger. Okay, so let's just do that, and then burnish with the dental tool. Okay, and then you're going to take and do the other side. This little tool right here has 7 elements to it. There's just 2 of them that are on here right now, but it literally has 7 elements to it. It is such a universal tool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag, decide which is your front and which is your back. And when I say that, you know, it does have to do with the design of it right there. All right, and you want to put it down a little ways, but not a whole long ways, because you have to have room for the you have to have room to get it out, and you have to have room to let it hang. And now what we have is this amazing little pocket right here. See? This amazing little pocket. All right, so now we're going to work on our card. Now, what's important about the card part of it, okay, is that you have this designer paper all the way up to the top. So that when you have, let me just show you, so when you have your card on your bag, like this, it looks like it's just one great big long strip. Do you see what I'm saying? This right here just kind of coordinates in with that one. It's just so cute. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to fold. We're going to fold our little our card base, and then I'm going to take and now you know me, I never glue anything on until I stamp, because if I made a mistake I can always adjust. All right, so I'm just going to take this and my black licorice ink it up really good. This is a really cute little stamp set. All right, it's called Make-A-Wish, and it does come with a die. So when you cut it out, here's the words, here's the die with it. It's so amazing. All right, it's called Make-A-Wish. It is one of our ATSs, our artist trading stamps, and it's just really kind of neat. I also put them into my journey pouch so that I have everything all in once, and whenever I cut anything out, I always stick them in my little pouches. So this is the journey organizing system, and it's just fantastic. All right, AT0246 is the name or the number for that ATS. All right, so now what I'm doing is just inking up my stamp really well, because it is a pretty solid stamp, and I'm just going to stamp this down here at the bottom. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Alrighty, so we're going to take and just finish up our card. Now that I know that it's stamped right, I'm going to take and put my adhesive, and I did the same thing for this one. I left just the little bit of black showing on the top and the bottom, but it's even side to side. All right, so let's add this to here. Now, you know, not everybody's perfect, and when you're cutting and you're putting something that is identical on both sides, there's no give, you know, like with anything hanging out. Sometimes you do have to trim. So what I like to do, if that is the case, and I don't know what it's going to be like when I put it on here, but we'll see. If anything doesn't line up perfectly, throw it back into that amazing cutter that we have, and it will go through all of those layers. Now I'm going to butt this right up to the very top. Oh, I did do good side to side. See, they do match. But if they didn't, all I'd have to do is just go onto my little trimmer and just trim off the sides. Maybe I didn't do as well as I thought. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. No, it just wasn't straight. Perfect. Okay, so there's my card there. All right. Now I just have to embellish it. So let me just take this card out and show you what I did. So I added some of my little Make-A-Wish magical candy drops, all right? And these are in our big catalog. They were carried over from one of our mini catalogs. I'm just going to take my my tool right here and just add a couple of these. So I'll add a big one, okay, and then a little one. And another little one up here, because I just love these. I think they're just the cutest little things. All right, come on, guy. All right. And with the Journey Bloom tool, you can just pick them up and slide them on. And I think I will add just a little heart down here at the bottom. So cute. All right, so those are our magical candy dots. All right, so now we have all of that. And I think I'm just going to add some of our black licorice silk to that. I'm going to have one that doesn't have it and one that does have it, all right? So I'm just going to take and shake this up. I love our silks. And just kind of give it a little bit of splash here and there at the top. Oh, just doesn't that look gorgeous? Maybe I'll add a little bit of our sparkle silk also, because everything has to have a little sparkle silk on it. All right, and you probably can't see that on the camera, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now for this one right here, I did add some layers to it, so I'm going to grab my cardstock and add a black layer to it, and I'm going to add a white layer to it. And let me show you what I mean as far as for the inside. So I'm going to take my Easy Glide, just add it to the back of my cardstock. And this is just going to be the inside of my card. I just love when I do my layers on the inside of the cards. So there's that one. And then I'll just add this to the inside of my card. All right, just gives it a little bit more pizzazz. And then I actually cut out one of our little flowers from our designer paper. And I'm going to add that right here with a mini foam square to the inside right here, just to give it a little bit of, what I did was I just took one of these flowers and cut it out so it adds to the inside. Isn't that pretty? Now we're going to add that to our box. Let's see, this is the one we're working on now. So our bag, see, it's a bag box, and that just slides right in here. And do you see how this just runs so evenly from side to side? So pretty. Now the last thing that we have left to do, let me just show you. This is such a big project, I can't get it all into the video camera. But what we have right here is our bow. This is just a normal, regular triple fork bow. You can go and find that on my blog or on my YouTube channel, but I want to show you how to add it to the bag, because if you just add it to the bag, you're not going to be able to get the bag topper off. So let's bring in all the stuff that I'm going to use for my bow. I'm going to put this back onto this one. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have some of our silver tinsel, which is so adorable. It's just fun to work with. It's kind of chunky. I love it. And then we also have our black satin ribbon. I'm using that, and that's what I made the fork bow with, okay? And then, oh, I'm going to run out pretty soon, but this is our black and white licorice twine, all right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and add this to the back like that, and then I'm going to take and just wrap around. I don't know how big this is. You can make it as big or as little as you want. I found the middle of it, and what I'm going to do to start is to just add that to my bow. All right, it's really very important that you don't glue this on, because if you do, you're never going to get that top off, or your person's never going to get that top off. And then I'm just going to make a little bow right here. You can do it once, twice, you can do it as many times as you want, okay? I'm going to double knot this one because I don't want it to come undone, all right? And then we're going to bring those strings to the back of the bow. All right, and we can fluff this afterwards. But I'm going to bring these strings to the back of the bow like this, and you're going to tie it in a bow to your bag so that they only have to untie the bow to get it on. Let me show you what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to take these two strings right here. I'm going to wrap it around this right here. See how this comes off right now? It comes on and it comes off. But with this one, if it was actually like tied permanently on there, you're never going to get the bag off. So let me find the other end of the string, and we're just going to tie this in a bow on the back. I don't know if you can see this or not, but tie it like this, and then into a bow on the back, and then all you have to do is just start to fluff. And there is your little bag and a bow. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I just love this project. But like I said, go over to my blog. I'm going to teach you how to figure out the measurements on the side. But this just kind of shows you how to construct it. I hope you enjoyed my post for today. I love teaching this craft, and like I said, just kind of subscribe to my blog or to my YouTube videos. They're down below. There's a little subscribe button, and right next to that is the little bell. Make sure you click on that bell, because every time you get, I put on a new YouTube video, you will be the first to know. So make sure you click on that little bell. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care, have a great day, and don't forget to stop back.